So this is my 1983 Honda 250R. Just thought I'd do a little walk around of it, I guess. Let's start with the motor. For the most part, the bottom end stock crank, stock transmission, nothing's polished down there. The only exception is ceramic bearings, ceramic main crankshaft bearings, and that's about it. For the top end is a Honda Line 300 kit, ported for top end power, mostly. A lot more could be done to it, but Gary did a pretty good job and more than happy with it. Plenty of power for me. Intake, not running an air box, Canon air cleaner, like that matters. Excuse me. A 39.5 millimeter Keen air striker, sand scorcher intake, and a ESR reeds with a 1-inch spacer. Let's see. For the rear tires, I'm running 20-inch Maxxis razors. Really good tire. These are just a little worn. Probably about 40-50% tread left on them. On DWT 10-inch red label beadlocks, and I put those red rings on there. They had black ones on. They came with black ones, and I didn't like them particularly, so took them off. Rear suspension stock, gearing stock, 1342 gearing. Threw a new chain slider on there from bought it from a guy on eBay. Can't remember his name, but sells a really good product. Fitment was an issue on it. There's a hole in the front of it, and a pin that goes in the front of the swing arm that holds the front of it, and I had to drill out that hole. Right around there is a pin that sticks out of the front of the swing arm, and it holds this front piece. And the back of it was oh my god, it was just a nightmare trying to get this thing on there, if you ask me. Fitment isn't all that good, but quality is pretty decent. Anyways, plastics are all original. Lots and lots of stickers, even under the fenders. Rear fenders original, seats original, tanks original. Shrouds came with the bike. They're Mayer Super Scoops you can get in the 80s. Another guy on eBay makes reproductions of them. I think they look pretty neat. And the ones on eBay are basically identical. The headlight's off of, it was an 86 350X headlight. I had lying around. I've got a few of these lying around, so I figured I'd throw it on there. It's got a crack and a zip tie there, but who cares? I wet sanded it and it looks good. If I find a clean bezel, I'll throw it on there. Front fender, just a Mayer 3rd generation 250R front fender. Forks don't have any valving done to them. Running 2 pounds of air in them. Front rims, just the stock gold rim, stock front tire. Might be even the original front tire. I know it's the same front tire that came on it originally, but I don't know if it's been replaced. The exhaust system is a Bill's handmade exhaust, the header. Very, very tight fit, even with a stock top end, but it's a really good pipe. Goes with the motor real well and I really like it. Performs very well. It's just bare metal right now. Planning on getting it chromed. The silencer, you can probably see down there, Looks like a DG oval silencer, which basically it is, but it's built a little better. In the 80s they made a lot of variations of this oval style two-stroke silencer, so in my opinion they're all DG. Good silencer, but I've got a hell, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a nice looking silencer, compact and round, a lot like an ESR silencer. Stuff I'd like to do to the bike. I'd like to get a vented number plate for it. Vintage, period correct, vented number plate, red for it. I would like to maybe have the frame repowder coated. The original passion red. That or candy red. For the rear, future thing I'd like to do is get a chrome only swing arm built for it. Most likely standard length, maybe 2 inches over, but I don't know. I'd love to get a PVL ignition system for it. Another thing I'd love to do to this bike. Been looking for a Cam-X Motoplat for a good long while now, but nobody seems to wants to let go of theirs, so oh well. Extended axle as well, at least 4 inches over. Bike needs it pretty badly. And I think that's about it. Handlebars are stock and original. They're the original handlebars. And pillow top grips. Get some grips that lock on there. I hate using grip glue. Little billet stuff. Everything works on it. Park and brake and all. No leaks. No American bolts, thank God. Hard to think what else I'd like to do to this bike, but I think that's about it. What's done to it currently, and what I'd like to do in the future. Suppose I'll start it up for you now. Only got about probably 6 hours on it. About enough time to break it in and get a feel for the bike, but I'm loving it. Pretty sure it'd give there some modern 450s a run for their money. Not sure. I've never lined it up with one, but I've rode plenty of 450s, so pretty sure it would. Set the camera down and I'll start it up for you. You gotta be kidding. Always when I record, some idiot with their mariachi's got to drive by. Anyways, nice and crisp. Jetting's pretty close where I want to be. Tad on the rich side, but that's how I want it to be. Yeah, I'd say it's about done for now, unless I come across some good deals. Oh yeah, one other thing. The piston I'm running, I can't talk today, is a Wassner piston for a Pro X 330 kit. Bought it from a guy in Racer's Toy Store. I've got okay feedback for him. Product's good, but service isn't really. Anyways, it's a 1.5 millimeter overbore. And I had the cylinder machine down. Well, I got it written down somewhere, but quite a bit, probably 3.5, maybe even 4 millimeters overall off the top of the cylinder and the head combined. And I'm running an extra base gasket underneath it because the port timing wasn't quite right, so raised it up a couple thousandths. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, you'll have a nice day.